Hey, it's Jack from Jack Haley Real Estate and the Online Real Estate Academy. So let's take a look at the commercial real estate sector. We've gotten a lot of news nationally about the commercial real estate sector. And what's going on in Boston is actually very similar to what we're seeing nationwide. Now, as you know, I'm not your guy if you want to rent out a floor in the Hancock building, right? That's not me. I do much smaller commercial deals from time to time. But who I rely upon on a quarterly basis is this real estate. I don't know them. I just read their report. It is excellent. Perry, commercial real estate. Let's take a look at their quarterly report for Q2 that just came out. And so basically the lead here is we may have dodged the recession, or we may not have. No one's really sure about that yet. But depressed building values are opportunities for some and pain for others, like pension funds, for instance. A lot of pain there. The ripple effects of this clearly have a potential impact on everything from municipal tax revenue, looking at you, Mayor Wu, to lending standards. So while we may have dodged a traditional recession, let me just kind of read between the lines here. We're basically having a commercial real estate recession, or as Perry Real Estate calls it, a recalibration of commercial real estate. A 23.1% overall availability in the Boston market. Now, we're going to take a look at sector by sector vacancy rate in a second, and that is startling. The pace of leasing is pretty much the same as last year, but they're 60% off the total volume of leasing that they were in 2019. Ouch. In each sector, Boston office, Cambridge office, suburban office, the vacancy rate is up in each sector. Year over year, quarter to quarter, Q2 to Q2. Now, 14.8% in downtown office space, 10.5% vacancy, Cambridge office space, suburban office space, 15.5% vacancy. There was a kind of a blip on the screen because of 1050 Waltham Street in Lexington. That's the home of Revolution Labs, and they did a lot of leasing, but that's kind of like an anomaly here in the suburban market, a blip, probably not the start of a trend. The numbers for downtown lab space are probably even worse. Year over year, Boston lab space was 1.4 vacancy, now 5.9. Oh, man. Cambridge lab space was 1.7, now 8.1 vacancy rate. And suburban lab space was 1.9, now 11.3 vacancy. Now, the downturn in Boston biotech lab space is not a big surprise, and it's not news in any way. This article's from November of 2022. Boston's lab boom is hitting the brakes. So while that's not news, it's still not good news. It's bad news. So one of the things we won't go into detail in this particular report, but I will link this report from Perry Commercial Real Estate in the description, is sublease. So effectively, some of these big companies that have long-term leases, they've got extra space because everyone's working from home, right? That's part of the problem, so to speak, or the change, the new normal. They're trying to lease out some of that space that's called sublease. And according to Perry, there's an additional $2 million square foot available sublease space in Boston over the last year. A lot of this company coming from Wayfair, Reebok, and of course, technology companies. Now, you'd like to think that Boston, at least the core sector of Boston, will be a little bit more recession-proof, recession resilient, I think might be the better word. But Boston is not in a vacuum, right? It's not like work from home has not impacted Boston. It totally has. Or interest rates doesn't impact Boston. Totally does. And especially if some of these buildings have to be refinanced in the kind of near future, we might see more pain in the marketplace, which, as Perry Real Estate points out, is opportunity for others. Pain is, right. When it's painful for somebody, it's an opportunity for, exactly. So, we'll continue to keep an eye on this for you. It's not a pretty picture. And definitely when you go downtown, but it's not like it's San Francisco or anything like that. But when you go downtown Boston, it certainly most absolutely lacks the vibrancy that it did, say, in 2019. All right, from Jack Gately Real Estate, I'm Jack Gately. Have a great day.